Dreadlock Rasta.
Keeping that heat on my side. Welcome to my life every day, life every night. We all gon' die, probably gon' fry. Fuck being sober, I stay high.
Yo, one nation is that guy. Looking at Scrims Dreads, highly requested in the Dreadlock update, and we see that he's still got the bleach tips guaning here. The length just making his chin and the tips of his dreads being slightly blunted. This is a dread review of Scrim. We know Scrim for the Suicide Boys and his locks being in a high top. Here almost being in a pineapple, but it's a high top ponytail. Very thick, almost looking like they've been crocheted into place to kind of get them to their current state. Notice the side tapers in the front lineup that goes along with his dreads. This photo showing the top of his hair now with a one big dread right in the middle, and you can kind of see the sectioning around it. This truly shows the thickness of his locks, because if they weren't this thick, he wouldn't have such sparsely parted dreads on the top of his head. A lot of people ask why you can or cannot get dreads as a white male, and really there's no reason. Scrim pulls it off quite well, honestly, and it shows that any ethnicity can really get dreads. Scrim here particularly, his hair being a little bit thicker, so you want to make sure you kind of have similar hair textures if you're trying to achieve dreads like this. With Scrim's dreads, I'm not a huge fan of the front taper that he's kind of got guaning here, but we definitely see some length happening as his dreads are now actually down to his chin and growing past that. Even notice some of those frizzy hairs on the top of his head. I like the hairstyle he's pulling with the half updo with the side tapers. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of his hairstyle. But if you notice on his dreads these days, the roots are growing in without any manipulation really done to them. He's letting the new growth kind of just be at about an inch length. This shot specifically, we can see the thickness on his front dreads and the matureness. As of recently, he's been doing the rubber bands and the twist ups for his hairstyle of choice, this minimizing his locks, creating maybe 1 2 3 4 5 or 6 on his head in total. But as he takes out these rubber bands, his dreads should be a bit more crinkly or curly. There are some signs of strength in his locks, and we can see this on how they kind of twist and curve in different places. I find that this is a sign of a strong lock when it kind of does its own thing, and it starts to curve on its own. That shows the curl pattern of your hair is really prominent. This picture specifically shows a lot of frizzy hair on his scalp and no signs of parting or signs of manipulation at all. Just straight frizzy dreads. I admired this shot because it shows his hair in action of a dreadlock swing, and notice the headband that he is wearing. We can see that a lot of his dreads are different shapes, some being blunted, some being wispy and frizzy on the tips. But that's it for this dread review. Make sure you add me on Snapchat, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, man.